I recently found out Wonderwall. We all know Wonderwall. The lyric is, and after all, you're my Wonderwall. I found this out in the past year.
What could you have thought that it was?
I thought it was, and a sparrow. I don't know why. Welcome to When Harry Dumped Sally. I'm Tess Menzies.
I'm Natasha Vinnick.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com, we talk about the main relationship in the rom-com, and we say how long we think the couple is going to stay together after the credits roll.
And if they break up, who breaks up with who? And hey, why'd they do that to them?
And today we watched 27 Dresses.
A 2005 film.
Oh, I have 2008 written down.
Then you're right, probably. I might have made that up for fun.
Yeah, 2005, 2008, basically the same.
Honestly, it's all a blur.
2008.
Yay! A 2008 film.
Our log line for it is, after serving as a bridesmaid 27 times, a young woman wrestles with the idea of standing by her sister's side as her sibling marries the man she's secretly in love with.
Serving as a bridesmaid makes it sound like...
Yeah, well, she does take it very seriously.
She is a bridesmaid, like a sickening number of times. We'll get into it.
I mean, 27 times is crazy. I've been a bridesmaid once.
I've been a bridesmaid 2 times.
Yeah.
One of my girlfriends didn't have a wedding party.
Yeah, all of my friends who have gotten married, only one of them had a wedding party.
Yeah.
So a lot of them, it was like, well.
And that's great.
I love that.
One of our mutual ones, we would have been bridesmaids probably.
I would hope.
She didn't do that. I would hope
so.
Yeah, excuse me.
Excuse me.
But yeah, only 2. I've only been that twice, I believe.
It's enough.
Yeah.
I had seen this before. I feel like I remember seeing it when it came out.
And did you like it? Do you remember? No.
I remember liking it. I feel like watching it again, I was like, this is fine.
It was fine. I wasn't annoyed watching it too much.
Yeah.
And that's cool for me.
Yeah, I feel like it felt very 2008. That's kind of like fun. I like seeing a flip phone in a movie, you know?
Blackberries, adorable.
Yes, love that.
We love it.
Our main couple is Jane, Katherine Heigl, and Kevin, James Marsden. James Marsden, what a cutie. He plays a douchebag in this, but he's a cutie.
He plays a douchebag. I don't know. Something about him is like a little too like mischief chipmunk for me.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't trust this guy.
You shouldn't trust a mischief chipmunk at all. But I think the mischief chipmunk's a little cutie pie. Yeah, we can't trust him.
You can't trust him.
No,
he's not doing your taxes.
I like little cute things that are a little bit mischievous.
Yeah.
I love a little rodent. Where's it going?
Is it staying? No. Is it helping you when you're sick? No. But it's cute. So at the end of the film, they do a little 1 year later bit where they're getting married.
And I do think this complicates our prediction.
Always does.
But it doesn't annoy me. Like sometimes when they do that at the end of a movie, I'm like, this is really obnoxious. But it was obvious, like this movie, it would be crazy.
It was necessary
if it didn't end with her wedding.
Her being a bride finally.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So
it was critical.
It makes sense, even though it does make it. I think my answer would be different.
Okay.
If they hadn't gotten married. But let's do our thing.
Okay, give me a moment to think, because as usual, I haven't. I wonder if I'll ever think.
Ever in your life?
No. And they're married. All right.
3, 2, 1, 5 years.
5 years? I'm comfortable with 5.
I feel like she's going to stick it out.
Yeah.
But okay, it's a year later wedding.
Yes.
We don't get to see a lot. Who knows what's happened in this year.
Yes.
But everything that we do see that we have to go off of, he kind of sucks.
He's annoying. He won't take no for an answer. He doesn't really seem to listen to you or respect your boundaries, even though he tries to make you have boundaries. And he obviously has like big damaged feelings because of a
being
relationship.
left. Yeah.
We don't know Jane's relationship history in the
I
slightest.
just feel like she doesn't have one. I
think
feel like
maybe
she's
she
been
doesn't
in love with her boss.
Yeah, she's been in love with her boss forever. She has big, like, older sister taking care of other people
Yes,
vibes.
major older sister whose mom died
Yes.
with a younger sister.
And I don't even see how their personalities, like, fit all that well.
No, I think that it's interesting. Like, I think that he's helped chill her out, open her up, like, made her see some things that are probably important for her to see. I don't think that this is a bad, like, relationship, but, like, I think this is a relationship that could be good for her, but I don't think that it's a forever relationship.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know if I see, like, I don't know if I see him getting bored.
Yeah, I don't really get his vibe. He doesn't feel like a commitment guy.
No.
I know they have that moment that where she kind of starts to like him, where she's like, oh, my favorite part, she says before, is when you look at the groom when the bride is walking, and he then later says that's also his favorite part.
Yeah.
And
then they're like, oh, we both.
like, I think that maybe she's like, oh, you do like love, but
Yeah.
he doesn't really give off that energy.
No.
They're also older though, so I'm like, maybe he's like at an age where he's ready to
Settle it
down.
Yeah.
But there's just not enough in this for me to be like, this seems
This is
good.
it. Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I would hope that she just wouldn't tolerate this. I think they're gonna fight a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if they know how to fight even.
Yeah.
They just like show us so little, and whatever they show doesn't make it like yummy enough for me to be like, hope so.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even have hope so. I'm like,
I'm like, maybe if they had a kid, they would just be like, I guess we're going to stick it out.
So that's what worries me about 5 years, because I feel like within that time,
Yeah.
it feels like she's like kind of a by the book.
I feel like I'm down to go lower than 5. I guess maybe because neither of them talked about kids. Did either of them ever talk about kids? So I'm like, they don't seem like we're going to jump into it fast.
Yeah.
I guess I could see them being like delay, and then like hitting a 5-year mark, or it could be sooner mark, where she's like, no, I really want kids, and he doesn't. Or like maybe they both want kids, but that ends up being the thing that together they're like, makes them really evaluate their relationship.
Yeah, their relationship. I could see that too. Your cat's just eyeing me so hard. Please
Please let me on the podcast.
Please. Maybe it's one of those things where she's like always a lady at the baby shower, never a baby.
Oh my God, that's the sequel.
And she just collects a lot of weird baby
27
clothes.
babies.
Where's mine? When am I going to be the baby?
She never got to be baby, really.
No, and it's sad. And I just can't imagine her getting to be baby with this guy.
No, he's not going to be a comforting, nurturing kind of thing. She's so having to take care of everyone all the time. And yeah, he doesn't give energy like he's going to be that for her. And I think that's what maybe ultimately would be best for her.
Yeah, I think you could stretch it to be like, oh, he got her that like BlackBerry or whatever, and I feel like there might be like little like, this is my thing, so I can give it to you too.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's like, I'm gonna nurture you for how you are. And one could say like, it's cute how you like try to teach her how to say no, but I don't know. Neither of those is big enough for me to go, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
So yeah, somewhere between 2 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I could see him just kind of like being unpleasant until she breaks it off also.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, I could see that. I think my initial thought is that she will put up with him she'll put up with so much because she's such a in love with love kind of person.
Yes.
And that he'll ultimately have to be the person. And he has a lot more agency, as we see. Like, I think that he will confidently end something. Whereas, I don't know.
She might
if
just stay in it for
has
too
that.
long. It's true. Also, like, she's getting a new job. She's getting a new life. Who knows? That could be like a nice thing for her confidence. There's a lot we don't know.
Yeah.
We know nothing.
Let's get into it. We start with 1986. She's doing this voiceover that Mozart found his passion at 5. various people finding
All these savants.
at their thing. And she's like, I found my purpose when I was 8. It was her cousin's wedding, first big event since her mom died. She takes her sister, Tess, to go pee.
Because her dad is useless and dumb.
Yes. Her dad's like depressed that his wife died. I get
Which is valid, but like you have these tiny daughters.
Yeah, you kind of got to take care of them.
Yeah, if it was reversed, the mother would be like, okay, let's take you to the bathroom.
Yes.
Whatever.
But she has to do this, and then her cousin's dress is ripped, and she kind of helps her tie it up and make it look pretty. I was like, this 8-year-old is...
She can't do this. She also said, okay, we have cable. And I'm like, who calls a ribbon cable? It was so weird.
Well, I was like, do you not have bridesmaids? Do you not have anybody else?
Has no bridesmaids.
You have
like,
no mom?
Where's
you have
a small child, please?
Yeah, there's
Nimble
nobody
fingers.
else helping you with your wedding. You're alone. The makeup person, not a single person.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And then she said that's when she fell in love with weddings.
Yeah.
She couldn't wait till her day. She loves having a purpose. She longs for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Even in her jobby job, she's like, I need to be doing something for someone,
Yes. I also, side note, so this movie came out in 2008. I was in high school, I think, when it came out, maybe early college. I remember seeing it. And this was the first time in my life that I had ever, I think, heard another person named Tess. It really freaked me out.
It was fun for me. I don't think we've had any movies so far.
No, it's not a very common name. Tessa happens sometimes.
Sure.
That's not my name.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a Tess. I think this was like the very first time, and I was kind of like, I didn't think other people had my name.
This is upsetting.
And then now it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I still feel a little bit like, I don't know why you have my name.
Yeah. Is it me they're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a fun reveal for me. Did you remember that going in or no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fun. All the time, like, me.
It's my the thing that I remembered most. I'm like, that bitch took my name. And she was a bitch.
Mine is for, I was on a date. It was back in high school when I went by Trish. And we first date movie theater watching 40-Year-Old Virgin. And I guess the love interest is Trish. And the whole time I was like, this is...
You're like, my special name I just made up a few years ago.
My special name I already hate, but I've committed to. All right. So, yes, back to today.
Yeah, she's trying on wedding dresses, and we find out that she's doing it for a friend. They're the same size, and so she's making sure that it fits.
She has her, best friend. I love that actress. I don't remember her name, but she's in
her name, Judy Greer.
Judy Greer. So fun. She really, I don't know how actresses and people decide whether to go blonde or brunette, but blonde seemed just so much more her personality in general. And this was my first time seeing her, I think, as a brunette. And
really?
Yeah. Do you see her as a brunette in anything else?
I see her as a brunette.
She was in Arrested Development as a blonde.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I feel like everywhere she's kind of like a blonde, ba 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 ba.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like she's had red hair. I feel like she's had a lot of... Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It makes you go, I guess I should try all of the colors to figure out which one I am.
I think maybe because she's clearly not naturally blonde.
Yeah.
I think of her as a brunette.
Oh, that's so funny. I see her only in blonde roles.
Yeah. I'm like, I see those roots, girl.
Who doesn't have roots?
Yeah. I mean, well, blonde.
Assuming that hair grows out of the scalp.
No, who knows?
But nobody really knows.
Nobody
How
really
can
knows.
Really know?
Put him on blast. Put your ex on blast. That man was a dumbass.
Agreed. Yes.
But who knows if hair grows out of your scalp?
Who's to say? All right. So her best friend is Judy Greer, and I really, she's kind of like a mess.
Yes.
That's her vibe.
She's going back and forth between two weddings.
Where she seems to be a maid of honor, basically, in both.
Yeah, she's in both. Casey, her friend, at some point, they're putting on some hideous dress, and she's like, eyeing all the groomsmen, and she's like, the only reason to wear this monstrous dress is so a drunken groomsman can rip it to shreds with his teeth.
Uh-huh.
And I do love that every single bride says to her, and the best part is you could shorten it and wear it again.
Yes.
Nobody ever wears their bridesmaid dress again.
Never.
There's no reason.
I never wore them again.
No.
And mine were like not ugly.
Yeah, mine is fine. I still have it because I'm like, maybe I'll need to. I do sketch comedy.
And I do comedy.
It might come in handy.
You never know.
You never know.
Like, what if they need me in a dress?
Yeah.
The ones in the white wedding, hideous, whatever they did with that purple one was crazy.
Purple, ugly. Well, I feel like also in this movie, they really leaned into like the ugliest bridesmaid dresses you could possibly have.
And I feel like they do that bit where they're like, oh, they do it on purpose so the women look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's actually a thing?
I think maybe for some, maybe. I don't know. I've seen some pretty ugly bridesmaid dresses when I've like seen people post pictures, and I'm like, why would you do that to them? Do you hate your friends?
Yeah, it seems crazy.
I don't know. I really like when people are like, this is the color scheme. Find a dress that you like and that's going to look good on you.
Yeah. You're like, great, I can do that.
Yeah.
I think any color has like shades where one can work well on you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's normal and reasonable.
But
it's not what happens here.
not what's happening here.
So she alternates between these two weddings, literally back and forth. She gets a taxi and says, I'll give you $300 for the
whole night.
But if you look behind at me, it'll go down by $20 because she's changing every time.
Yes. And we're seeing her, she's like helping the brides pee. She's like getting thanked at the weddings because she does literally everything.
She does the YMCA at both weddings, which is very funny. But helping the bride in the bathroom is so real. Every wedding, you got to help the bride because the dress is crazy.
Dress is too big.
Yeah. And both the weddings, the bride gives a speech about how great Jane is.
We do a bouquet toss. She gets knocked out of the way by me.
As you would have, yes. I'm like, oh, that,
elbow to the face.
Get out. I need to win this meaningless bouquet.
She's like, I want to get married. And I'm like, fuck you. That's not what it's about.
It's about winning. She gets clocked in the head, and Kevin's there for when she wakes up.
Yes. And he's kind of like, oh, you hit your head pretty bad. And he's covering one of the weddings. We find out later he's a journalist. He writes for a newspaper, and he writes the like wedding column.
Yeah.
And so he's at this wedding for that reason, but he's noticed that she's going in this taxi, coming back and forth.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And the thing he says, he goes in the car with her and he says, I love your thong. I saw you changing. And I'm like, that's your first
line?
You want to make us like this guy? I saw your thong is crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But he got her ice.
And that's so nice of him.
Yeah.
And he like made everyone leave, which I know is nice for her. I literally said, do not disturb. I'm so sorry. Give me a second.
I literally said,
don't disturb me.
don't look in the back of the cab.
Don't look at the back of the cab.
And
Good God. Okay, sorry. Yeah, he like makes those women scatter, which is, nice for her. But he like hates weddings.
Yeah.
And
he's trying to point out the hypocrisy of weddings, and she's like, why are you being annoying? I don't know who you are. Like, I don't have to listen to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I kind of agree. Like, if you're clocking that someone loves a thing, it's so boring to be like,
I hate that
it actually
thing.
sucks, and you don't know why, but
especially
I do.
if you don't know them.
What is this? Why?
What's the point?
You either
Like,
make
if
it
you're
fun that you disagree,
Yeah.
or what? Why?
And really, I only like that from somebody that I know.
Yes, of course.
And we have like an established banter where they're like, Tess, what you like is stupid. And I'm like, ha ha ha, we're doing our little thing.
Exactly.
But like a stranger, immediately like, okay, so you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
cool.
leave me alone.
Great.
And she left her in the taxi. She left her. Turns out it's called a Filofax.
Yes, a planner of sorts.
And he sees all of the weddings she has coming
He goes
up every
through
week.
it. Yes.
And she adds this dress to her hideous collection of bridesmaid dresses.
Yes, 27 in this small closet.
And she loves to look at the newspaper for the weddings, commitments, and weddings. And the whole bit is that he's the one who writes them, and she doesn't know that.
Yeah, under a pen name, so she doesn't know. Then she's at work, and this is when we meet her boss.
Yeah. His name's
Or I guess, yeah, we do that. We also see him, though. He's going to his boss and being like, I don't want to write this anymore. I want to write real things.
Yeah.
And
that's played by his boss is that awful woman from The Office. It's great.
Oh, yes.
Jan Levinson is played by Melora Hardin.
Okay.
Melora
Melora Hardin.
Yeah, Jan. She kind of plays this like, you know, I do what I want, boss. Good
Yeah.
luck. You're not going to be able to write anything, blah, blah, blah.
And he's like, I want to write a story about Jane.
Yeah.
He's like, this woman who's been in so many weddings. Like, I want
something with
to
that.
write about her.
Exactly.
And she's like, I'll give you one chance.
One chance.
You can write it, but this is your last chance. And now we're back at Jane's work. Her crush is George.
Yeah,
it's
it's
her
just
boss.
her boss. And she gets
Flowers
these
are delivered to her desk with no note.
No note. And she's like, oh, who's this? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out that her dream guy, is her boss.
It's Edward Burns.
And he, says like, oh, you're so great. You helped me so much.
Yeah, she's
like a
his
casual love you.
assistant.
And
Yeah.
she goes, I love you too. And her friend slaps her like, she's like, yeah, you're right. I needed that.
Like, I need to.
That was crazy.
It's like she's his assistant. It's unclear how long she's had this job, but it's obviously too long.
Yes.
And it's because she's obsessed with him.
Yes, absolutely. And so
She goes to pick up her sister, who is played by Malin Akerman.
yes, who also has such a dark vibe.
Yes. Okay. So Malin is we talked about this immediately afterwards. She is very good at she has intense eyes.
She can turn them crazy so
and
fast.
she can be sweet as well. Like
Yes.
in The Proposal, she
Yes,
plays a
she's
sweet
nice.
person and
Yeah.
you don't see the
Any of
crazy get
that.
turned on. But in this, in Hunting Wives, obviously,
Wow.
the crazy gets turned on. And I was saying, I think that she needs to do an Erica Kirk
That'd be
impression.
great. I'd love
I think
that.
I need to see her play
You need to
Erica
see it.
Kirk because
Go get 'em.
she could do those fucking crazy eyes.
She could do it so well.
Yeah.
She's done a good job with her face doesn't look insane since back when this was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Obviously she's had work done to maintain it, but it doesn't feel like she's gone wacky or oh yeah, I see this to this and I like that.
Yeah. There's some random man carrying her bags for her. She's just she is that girl who
Yes.
always gets men to do shit for
Yeah.
her. They have a classic super responsible older sister, younger sister who got to kind of
Coast.
be free.
Everything's easy for me. Everything's done for me. People are so nice to me. Why? Oh, because I'm so
Yeah.
hot. It was like that friend we have, that ballet friend we had.
Oh my God, yes.
And she was like, everyone is so nice. And it's like, no, you're really hot.
Gorgeous.
You're so hot. I remember us moving a couch into her place and literally cars stopped on the street and these men came over.
They're like, please.
Yeah, please let us help.
And she's like, it's crazy
It's
that
crazy.
happens all the time. That doesn't happen to you.
People are so nice here. It's no, you're hot.
She sees that she keeps clippings from Malcolm Doyle, who we later find out is Kevin.
Yeah.
And she's kind of teasing her for that. And Jane is like, well, I have a work party.
You wanna
If you want to
come?
come. And she's like, no, I'm having drinks with some models.
From Milan.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so then Jane's at the engagement party and George, I think, says something to her hope you
He's
don't
like,
mind.
yeah,
that
did you get that thing that I left
I
at
hope
the
it's
desk?
not too intimate or
Yeah,
something.
it's something that, we haven't done that in our relationship
Yeah.
hasn't gone there. And she's like,
Oh my God, flowers. It's
the
the flowers. It was him. And
flowers?
it's like, go tell her, go talk to her.
Yeah.
And start to go talk to him. And as soon as
Yeah,
she walks
Casey tells her.
towards him, we also see her sister enter.
Yes, Tess shows up.
And Tess and George make eye contact, locked in.
We are magnetic. We're
Uh-huh.
going to each other. And
Yes.
Jane's watching this go down just Awful.
It's so
Awful.
bad. It's so bad. It continues to be so bad
Yes.
to watch for a while.
Yeah, I feel like this has got to be a terrible feeling. I luckily have never been in this situation with my sister, but it would be really awful.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And I'm like, why don't you just tell her from go? Like, hey, I'm into this guy.
I think that they just don't have that kind of relationship.
Yeah, I guess not.
But basically, at some point, he reveals in this conversation that he had dropped off his dry cleaning slip.
Yeah, that was
And
a slip on her desk. And she's like, and I guess maybe she gets a call from Kevin saying like he sent the flowers at some point, you know.
And then George asked Tess to get a drink.
And then George is like, do you want to come too? And then her sister makes like a don't go face. And so Jane goes home and is up until past 3 a.m. waiting for Tess to come home.
Yeah. Kevin shows up to this engagement party because he has her planner.
Her Filofax.
Yes, her Filofax.
We're calling it a Filofax.
Yes. That's
what it is.
And then he's like asking her to get a drink and she's like, no.
I won't.
Yeah.
And so
then she's waiting up for her sister. Awful. And she comes home and she's like, oh yeah, I was just doing some cleaning.
like I always do. And then her sister's like, we're going to go like get lunch tomorrow.
And the best night ever. She asks her about him and she's like, oh, he's incredible.
He hikes.
He hikes.
Doesn't eat red meat.
They're the company he runs is a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Like
he's just perfect. He loves dogs.
And she's like, wow, he sounds amazing. And she's like, oh, but he has flaws.
Wait, yeah, he's bad. He hates cashews.
And sometimes doesn't wear socks with sneakers.
That's kind of crazy.
It's a little weird.
I'm like, okay.
The cashews is whatever.
Yeah. And the sister, of course, is like, those don't seem like deal breakers. She's like, what deal? And it's like, come on.
She's like, no, but you're leaving, right?
Please leave. You're supposed to be gone. You're just here for a trip. And so she and her sister visit their dad at the hardware place. And that's where we find out that Tess might be staying longer.
Yes.
And the implication is it's because of George.
Yes.
And
then she is going out. She like looks at her Filofax.
Thank you.
And she realizes that a page has been ripped out of it.
And every week he's written his name and his phone number over and over and over again.
And this is where I'm just like, this guy's annoying.
Yeah.
If I remove myself from reality, I think that he's cute.
Yes.
Mischievous rodent is my type.
Yes.
But
yes.
I kind of like these games in like a fucked up way.
Yeah.
But from a like reality perspective, I'm like, this is very annoying.
It's very annoying, and it's the bad teaching we don't love from rom-coms.
Yes.
Where it's like, you gotta
keep
bothering her.
persistent.
Don't take no.
Steal a page out of her Filofax.
Yeah. And it's so annoying that he later is the one to be like, try to teach her no, when it's like, you wouldn't accept no from her.
Yeah. You didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. And I bet you wouldn't in the future either.
Yeah.
But so it's no for everyone else, but not for me.
Yeah.
So
we meet at work. Pedro is
he's part
George's
of the Big Brother Big Sister program. So he has a little brother named Pedro.
Yep.
And Tess meets him.
Racist.
Extremely racist. She yells,
Hola,
Pedro. And it's
even though this kid has like spoken English
already.
Everyone's speaking English to him. It felt extremely, I feel like I remembered that scene being like in the trailer.
That's crazy.
And I feel like that's so 2008, like, ha, isn't this racism like kind of funny?
Like funny.
Like I feel like 2008, we were like, we know this is racist, but like she's bad, so it's funny.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just like, good God.
It's like, bitch, what?
That's crazy.
Like, this doesn't even make sense.
And it just gets worse, you know? And
now Tess is like, no, I'm vegetarian.
I like to hike. I love dogs.
I used to have a dog.
And I'm like, if you like want to be in a relationship with someone, this is so weird to do.
Not understand making shit up to impress a person.
No.
I don't know. I don't think that's ever worked. for anyone.
No, and it's like I don't get it because I'm not good at it and I don't know what benefit it has. But like, if you're in theory trying to like establish a relationship, not even just like hook up, it's like, what are you doing?
Even hooking up, I'm like, we can have our differences. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It might even make it more fun. We can have a little banter.
A little tee-hee-hee.
Oh, you love to hike. Oh, I fucking hate it. I don't want to be outside. I'm a princess. Like,
exactly.
Whatever. We can have our
It's a
little
funny yin-yang,
joke
whatever.
thing that we're doing. Why do we have to be exactly the same?
Exactly.
And you're lying, and now you have to be
You have to
vegetarian.
maintain a line. Like I hate that.
I don't know. Just because he's vegetarian doesn't mean that he... And if he is a vegetarian who requires that he only date a vegetarian, then he's not the right person for you. Like, what are we doing?
I completely
Whatever.
agree.
And then Jane is like, you hate dogs and tofu and being outside. And she's like, what? I like yachts and tanning.
That's outside.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And so we see that flowers got delivered to their house. It's
We're getting a montage of them dating.
Exactly.
And them hooking up at her apartment.
It's
Nightmare.
awful. So painful to like walk into.
Yep. And then she walks in. George is like maybe asked her to go somewhere. And she walks in and realizes that George is proposing to Tess.
She went to like give him back his wallet. She wasn't invited. Yeah. And then there's like a crazy proposal in a restaurant. And she's like stuck there in the restaurant because of like a band that she can't move past.
Yep.
So painful.
Yeah.
So painful.
So she has to awkwardly watch her sister get proposed to the man that
She's been in love with for a long time.
Just sad.
And we do see way earlier, like when Tess like first arrives, I think they look at a picture of their parents' wedding.
Yes.
And you know,
Tess is like, that wedding dress is ugly.
Hideous. And she's like a fashion girly. And she's like, yeah, it's hideous. And she's like, she names why. And then our main girl, Jane, is like, oh, I love it.
I love it so much because our mom wore it. And like, that's great. Also though, dresses become outdated. Yeah. I would not wear my mom's dress from the 80s.
I would not either.
Crazy.
Hideous. Respectfully.
Lot of shoulders.
So much
happening.
shoulders, long sleeve. There's like a
poof.
lot of beading that I guess my grandma
like
put on it, but it still doesn't look good. And so then we see them with their dad, and the dad gives her mother's wedding dress.
Yes.
Which Tess said was hideous earlier, and she's like, oh my God, I'm going to wear it. And I'm like, I hated everything about this, but like that felt so bad.
Oh, it was so shitty. And Jane is obviously heartbroken because she's wanted to wear this. And Jane's like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't like it. And she's like, no, I do. I like it. And you can wear it after me.
I don't get why Tess had to do that.
No.
It was awful. I really don't like that.
I mean, she's not a good person. She's coasted through life.
Exactly. And so
she meets up with Kevin, or maybe she's going.
Yeah, she does. I think she gets so pissed off that she's like, fine, I'll meet up with you. And he's like, you got to learn to say no. And he makes her try to say no. And because he doesn't, she's like, you shouldn't have to plan this whole wedding for your sister. So she doesn't know that she's in love with the guy, but
yeah.
And so then immediately the next scene is the sister telling Tess everything she has to do, or the other way around.
She's like, you'll be in the wedding party, and then also invite your mean friend to be in it. And she's like, why? And she's like, for some reason, girls just don't like me. I don't know why. I don't have any girlfriends.
Strange.
Girls don't like me.
So weird.
Wow. If you're a woman and no woman likes you.
Yikes.
I've seen people, I'm shocked that anybody would admit this publicly, but like on threads, random women being like, why are women, like nobody talks about how lonely it is to like be a woman that like no other women like. And then like people in the comments will be like, you're probably not good, like think about yourself. And then there'll be people jumping in and be like, no, you don't understand, like some of us just like girls don't like us, and that's not our fault, like women are all competitive with me, and that's why.
There needs to be like an incel term, but for like girls who like don't have friends and think like, I don't know why, it's like I don't know why women are having sex with me, like I don't know why girls don't want to talk to me at all as a friend.
I no female friends.
There's
not
something
a single
about
woman
you.
wants to be my friend.
It's crazy.
Not every woman has to want to be your friend, but like you should be able to find somebody.
Yeah.
If every single woman that you're friends with is toxic, calls coming from inside.
It really
the
is.
house.
It really is.
What are we doing?
Ugh.
I've never met a woman who has said that, who has been a decent person.
No, I completely agree. I remember when I was younger, a woman telling me like, "Oh yeah, I don't like." This was just a few years ago. I don't have I don't have any lady friends because they're like too much drama. And I'm like, what?
I have so many girlfriends. I don't have drama with them.
No.
We just don't have drama. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's
it
ridiculous.
can be very laid back and like normal.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Yep, it doesn't make any sense. So it turns out that the venue that she wants, which is the same venue their parents had, which I think is what Jane wanted.
Of course, what Jane wanted.
It's open in 3 weeks, so she's getting married now 3 weeks after the.
And Jane has to plan a whole wedding
thing.
in 3 weeks.
Yep.
Then Casey and Jane are in a yoga class, and Casey's talking mad shit through this yoga class. And I feel like in movies, they love to do weird things like this. I feel like I've seen so many movies where there's like friends doing yoga specifically, and they're having a full-on conversation. And I'm like, nobody does this.
No, we all know it's quiet time.
That would be fucking crazy if somebody was talking in yoga. I feel like they would get kicked out.
Absolutely. Like all you do is like, hey, sorry. Like if you like hit them or something, but you're not. It's very silly.
And then she's like, what? There's not a no talking sign.
And so then we go to get the cake, and the cake place is where Kevin comes, and that's to do the interview with.
Because he's going to be covering the wedding.
Because he's covering the wedding. And that's where she finds out that Kevin's the guy who writes everything.
Yep. And she's like, you write beautiful things. And he's like, yeah, I write bullshit. I make it up. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, that's impossible. And he's like, yeah, I'm a good writer.
True.
You can write bullshit.
Yep. So he comes over to her house.
He's like, I need to interview you because you're going to be a bridesmaid. But he's secretly doing his story on her.
Yeah.
Sees the closet full of dresses. And he's like, all these dresses are hideous. And this is when he's like, they pick ugly dresses so that you don't look pretty next to them.
Yeah.
And then she's kind of like, all right, I'll try on all the dresses for you. They do this fun little
it's a fun little montage, her trying them on, him taking pictures.
Yes. Lots of insane dresses.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Hey, stop
Excuse
that.
me. Very polite. And then back at his work, his boss is like, yo, give me the story.
Mm-hmm.
Give it.
Yeah.
And so they're going and scanning items for her sister's registry. He kind of always complains about the wedding.
Also, before this, we find out that Tess has hired Pedro to clean her apartment.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
So, again, anyway, just kind of a random thing, but just this bitch sucks.
Yeah, she really sucks. And so that we find out that Kevin's wife left him before the wedding for his roommate. And
then she kind of feels bad for him, and she's like, should we register Tess for all the ugliest things? But he's also going through the gift registry, and he's like, why does she need this shit? And I kind of feel that way. Even 2008, I get that before. I guess they're not living together, but I'm like, you're an adult. Like, you have shit.
You have all of the things from your separate lives.
Honeymoon fund.
Put it together. You can't.
I'm down to give somebody money.
Yeah, go have adventure.
I would love to do a honeymoon fund, but when I look at a gift registry and it's all this random shit, I'm like, what am I? And sometimes it's weird stuff. Like one time I was going through someone's registry and they had like laundry baskets. I'm like, I'm going to buy you laundry baskets? That feels weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Buy your own fucking laundry baskets. Ask for cash. And I was like, this is like $20. Like, what? I'm going to just be like, here you go. Or I could give you like $100 to go to your... What are we doing?
Go adventure. Yeah, I completely agree. I just think you have all of these things already. And I guess maybe the idea is like you need all fresh everything since you have a new life together. But like, I don't know. I feel like you build that over time. Like, go have a fun adventure after your wedding.
I really think just ask for money. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. And so he tells his boss, like, hey, hold the story. Don't do it yet. Because I think he's like kind of catching feelings or something.
Yes. She's like, you get a week.
And She and Jane and George are like talking about wedding stuff at a restaurant, and Kevin walks in, I think, kind of like clocks that she's in love with him. And so
they're doing the food tasting.
Yeah. And Kevin like drives her in a car, or she drives Kevin in a car. They get in a car, they get stuck.
Yeah,
she's angry and she hydroplanes.
I'm trying to figure out where they were going. They're going somewhere. I assume wedding related.
It's something where he's like, "Oh, I'll come with you." She's supposed to go do something, and he goes, "I'll come with you." She's like, "You don't." And then George's like, "Oh, that's good. You should go do that because I can do this."
Yeah,
they do like a little swap.
And so, yeah, they're fighting in the car. She's like, "You're cynical.
Yes.
You're mean." She's driving insane because she's pissed off, and he's like, "Okay, you're being crazy. We're gonna hydroplane." They do.
Oh, so scary.
They fly off the road, and it ends up being like a fine slide off the road, but she has like oh my God, we're gonna die.
Which is how it feels. Hydroplaning is so scary. Yeah. And the car gets essentially like stuck in the mud. They can't make it go, so they go to a bar, get really drunk.
Their phones don't work anymore.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Have a drink with me," and she's like, "Fine, just one." And then of course we cut to them doing shots.
Yeah. And she tells him about the weddings he wrote that she loves.
And he's like, "I remember none of those. I don't remember that shit at all." And then she's like, "Well, you must like something about it." And this is when he's like, "I like looking at the groom." And he still makes it sound cynical. Like he's like, even though I think it's a prison, he calls it the last legal form of slavery is exactly what he says.
That's crazy. And if true, it's true for the woman.
I know.
My God.
What?
What?
What is legal form of slavery? What are you talking about? What is he being forced to do?
Yeah. Forced to what? Live and have sex with a woman?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Meanwhile, she's probably doing everything for him.
She's doing everything around the house. She's
Cooking,
going to carry his
cleaning,
baby. She's going to take care of the kids. Like, it truly is the opposite.
Yeah.
Especially like 20 years ago, 30 or 40, 50 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're
Benny
like,
and the Jets comes on.
and they're dancing essentially on the bar, seeing Betty and the Jets.
Yeah, which like seems to go on forever. The whole crowd loves it.
One guy goes, "These guys are rocking."
These guys are rocking. I also love that neither of them know the words to it at all. And so they're just singing everything incorrectly.
That's funny.
Like there's a part where she's like, "She's got electric boobs." And he's like, "Boobs?" But then he's also just like saying random shit wrong.
That's so
and
funny.
I think that's, great.
Yeah.
Because there's so many songs that
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know any words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never will. And
I recently found out Wonderwall. We all know Wonderwall. The lyric is, "And after all, you're my Wonderwall." I found this out in the past year.
What could you have thought that it was?
I thought it was, "And a sparrow." I don't know why.
You don't think it would be the namesake, the Namasake of the song, Wonderwall?
No, I got Wonderwall right. And after all, you're my Wonderwall.
So can you sing it the way that you thought it was?
And a sparrow, you're my Wonderwall. It makes no sense at all.
It sounds nothing like it.
Listen, I'm not saying that it made sense, but I feel like we do these things. It's like what people thought it was like, got a lot of Starbucks lovers.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, but it sounds more like it. But it's and I like Sparrow because I'm pro bird.
Yeah,
but that's so funny. I feel like that's just not one of the like twists that I've ever heard for a song. Like the classic ones I hear are Starbucks Lovers. There's that one with Alanis Morissette where people think it's Cross-Eyed Bear instead of Cross-Eyed Bear.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sparrow's funny. Listen, I accept that it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that I obviously first heard this song as a child, and I think that I heard it wrong. Like didn't really know what was going on, and then I was like, "That's the lyrics." Never thought about it again. I'm not listening to Wonderwall on a regular basis. Shocking.
Why am I gonna? Yeah, you never. It's impressive though. It's impressive.
But it was like
when
somebody sang it And I was kind of like, oh, that makes a lot more sense than what I've been thinking.
Than what I've been. Yep.
Anyway, these guys are rocking.
Yeah.
And then they like jump off the bar and he's like, I cried like a baby at the Keller wedding, which was the wedding
that she referenced.
And he was like, I don't remember it at all. And then she's like, oh my God. They kiss. They hook up in the car.
Yep. And then the next morning she does like I never do this.
And he's like, yeah, you kept saying that all last night.
We got it. And so then it's breakfast and the same guy who's like, you were rocking, walks
like,
by
oh my
them.
God, Benny and the Jets.
And he like is kind of awkwardly there being like, it's cool.
Also, okay, this scene, this was probably just a continuity thing. She keeps dumping salt all over her food throughout this scene. And it's like clearly like they're just like do things with your food like as we're filming the scene. But I feel like every time they did a like wide shot, she was like picking up the salt again and like dumping it. I was like, girl, I think your eggs have enough salt on them now. I think we got a real salty
It's a salty
plate
egg.
of breakfast.
Yum, yum.
But everyone is kind of like, oh, maybe it's the server or some other woman comes up.
Oh my God, you're
that girl. And she's like, yeah, Benny and the Jets. And she's like, no, the girl from the paper.
And it turns out his boss ran the story.
Even though he told her not to.
And
it's got all of the pictures of her in all the dresses. Devastating.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. She sees her sister. Her sister's furious that the writer called her a bridezilla, which she is.
She's losing her mind. She has a very funny meltdown.
Yes.
She's like, I got to get out of here. Call traffic control because Bridezilla's on the loose.
She's going to pull the planes from the sky or something like that. It's crazy. And she goes to
work. George is like, it's fine.
Yeah, George is like, hey, are you okay? Which is nice.
He's a sweet guy.
Yeah, he's a sweet
George
guy.
Isn't bad. He deserves better, I think is what the point is.
Yeah.
And then she shows up at the dress fitting, and this part is just devastating. She's, expecting to see Tess in her mother's dress, maybe altered a bit for it to fit her.
Yes.
No, instead, brand new dress, has torn apart the dress, cut it apart.
Just has like maybe a little piece of the dress.
Like right here, and the tiniest bit.
And she has the scraps, and she's like, here, you can have those.
You can have those and use them for your dress. I generally actually like this idea for a way to use your mother's wedding dress.
Sure.
But like in
you and your
this
sister
situation,
should like agree upon it or something.
In this situation, obviously.
Sickening. Clearly, she hates the dress.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
And you know that your sister loves the dress and would wear the dress.
She's truly like horrible.
And then she's also like, I mean, you could wear this dress also or use these scraps.
Nightmare.
Yeah. And then she starts getting mad at her. She's like, you don't care about anyone. You're a monster. Yeah. I'm telling George you can't start a relationship based on lies. Tells her to tell the truth. And Tess is like, you can't do that. I'm your sister. And she's like, that was yesterday. Today you're just some bitch who broke my heart and cut up my mom's wedding dress. And I feel like for so many, like lots of times, like a gotcha line is like kind of stupid. I was like, I feel like this was a good gotcha line.
One.
I like it a lot.
I liked it. I loved it. So then we're at their engagement party.
Yeah.
And immediately an older woman goes up to Jane and goes, it must be so hard to watch your little sister get married before you. And she's supposed to do a presentation.
She's also like, yeah, but then I think about all of the hate sex I get to have with random strangers and I don't feel so bad. And he's like, huh?
Woman's processing.
Like, don't say that.
And so
Jane's clearly going to do something
bad.
Crazy. Tess has written her a speech for her to read. She's like,
you need to say exactly this.
And she's like, I will. I'll say exactly this. But she didn't confirm what the slideshow was going to be. And so the slideshow is all of these fucked up pictures of Jane just not looking great.
No, her like with a lot of men, or her like eating beef.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff that's anti what she said.
The picture of her eating ribs is recent. She has her engagement ring on
it. Yeah.
Girl.
It's crazy. It's very
You're
clear
not
that she's
even
lied
doing
about
a
everything.
good job lying.
Yes, she's so bad at
You're
it.
gonna secretly eat meat. Like, don't get evidence.
Yeah. Why would you?
Yeah.
She's ridiculous. So yeah, it looks really bad. It's a really rough
and then
Prezi.
Pedro decides to say some words.
Uh-huh.
And he is like, Tess is really cool. She's helping me start my own cleaning business.
I know she told me not to tell anyone.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And bad.
Yikes.
And George is not into it, obviously.
He's pissed. He leaves.
But even her best friend, Jane's best friend, is like, that was
it was a little fucked up.
pretty fucked up. Yeah, you know?
Maybe I'm just like I'm like, it was a fucked up thing to do, but I'm also like, I think she maybe deserved it.
I think she deserved it. I guess I wish there was a way to do all that, but not make it so uncomfortable for all the other wedding guests.
It's uncomfortable for everybody else.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to do all that where you're like, ha ha ha, but also where you.
Sometimes you just want to cause a scene, though.
I guess so. Yeah.
And she just wanted to cause a scene, and I respect a scene. I don't
sure.
know. Sometimes you gotta have a little, and I think that she was justified in her scene causing.
Oh, 100% justified. I just think all the guests walking away, I don't think their first
it's awful.
thought is like, oh, wow, Tess is a liar. I think their first thought is like, Jane?
No,
was crazy.
when you make the conscious decision to cause a scene,
Yeah.
you are going to look crazy.
Yes.
And you will never come out of it looking good because
No.
nobody else understands why you're really in the
Being
mood
this-
to
yeah.
make this scene.
Yeah.
And that's something that you just have to decide is okay.
Yeah. Is it worth it? If it is,
And it might be.
make your scene.
And I respect a scene. But,
Yes.
you know, it was probably fucked up. She's like, you were just unleashing 20 years of repressed feelings. All right. It was like maybe a little fucked up. She should have processed her feelings. Girl needs therapy.
Yeah. And I think she should have like told her that she's like doing stuff that hurts her.
Yeah.
You know?
She didn't ever express this really.
No. I mean, her sister's a bitch. Her sister's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of like rough. And her sister, I think, says something, not her friend says something like, you know, if it was the right thing, because you should have felt like, I don't think you feel good right now.
No,
you know?
it wasn't the right thing to do.
But it was like,
It was a thing to do.
It was a thing to do.
And sometimes you just have to do those
Exactly.
things.
Exactly.
So George is called off the wedding. Kevin's there. She's mad. She's like, I just destroyed my life. And he was like, I love that you did that. It was nuts, but like,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
And I do like that he supports her crazy.
I love it. We love men who support women's rights and wrongs.
Yeah.
And he also says, like, you deserve to be taken care of for a change, which I think is great for her to hear and a big deal. I'm just not convinced he's going to be doing the caretaking.
Yeah, we just don't, I don't know.
I think he's really saying, stop taking care of your little sister, but he's not saying, I'm going to take care of you. And so he gives her a BlackBerry so she doesn't have to have her Filofax anymore.
Yeah.
And we kind of have like a sad montage for a sec.
She's sad. The boss is telling Kevin that the story did great so he can write other things.
Something
He doesn't
else
have to do
now.
wedding stuff.
Yeah.
Dad is like, you should talk to Tess.
And he kind of tricks them into being together at the hardware store and he leaves.
Tess is like, you were always jealous of me. She's like, you're not taking responsibility. They have this fight.
Yeah.
And then Tess is like, my life is actually really hard.
Yeah.
You want to know why I'm here? I got fired and dumped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, people get fired and dumped.
Yeah. They don't have to behave like you behave.
Yeah. I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but like, girl.
be nice, be a person. And she said something
Girl.
like, I was just trying to be you. And for some reason, immediately she switched from like, I hate you to like being cool with her. And it's like, I don't know that she would have recovered that quickly from what her sister did to her. Like,
You mean Tess?
yeah.
Yeah.
It seems so crazy that she just immediately was like, yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like there is maybe something with sisters where you can get in like a very, very terrible fight.
Yeah.
And
then-
I guess my sister and I have luckily never done something to this level, but like I do feel like there is something different with sisters where, yeah, you kind of are just.
Can you say that again?
I think that there's just something different with sisters where, yeah, you kind of just get over things quickly because you're like, well, what am I going to do? Like, not love you? I don't know.
Yeah, it's us.
Yeah.
I get that. I think sisters is a whole bond I don't totally understand. But I think my brother and I like can have tough stuff and can kind of come back when we're being reasonable. Yeah. And so whatever, she goes on her own. Jane gets rid of all her dresses.
Yes.
She's like, she gets
and shows up at the office.
George needed a
late
date
at night. George is like,
well, George called her being like, now I need a date for this thing, you know?
and he's like, oh, I can always count on you. You never say no, and I love that.
And that triggers her immediately. And she's like, oh no, I can't do this.
She was like, I quit. I was madly in love with you, and I quit. Like, you'll find another assistant who will work here for 2 years, which is the appropriate amount of time to be an assistant.
So she's been there for longer than 2 years.
Yeah.
And like probably in love with him longer than that.
Well,
so.
I think she's like in her 30s.
Perhaps, yeah.
And yeah, 1987, she was 8 years old. This is 2008. She's got to be, that's quick math, in her 30s.
I'm not doing any of it, but yeah. I don't feel like doing it. Sorry. Okay, yeah.
All
so
right,
she's
so
like
she's not
30s,
30, but I think she got this job straight out of college.
yeah.
So she's been there too long.
forever. And then George goes and kisses her, and I'm like, is George going to be a bad guy?
Yeah.
Because I know the conceit and how these films work where I'm like, she's not going to end up with George.
Yeah.
And he kisses her and she like feels nothing.
She's like, and then he's like, let's try again. And she's like, oh, wow, nope, I don't like you at all. She's like, it's not supposed to be like that. And I think this is, again, like a kiss is supposed to make you know something. And I'm like, I don't know. I think you might just be pissed off at him. And like, it was weird that he kissed you and you're over him now. Thank God. But like, I don't know.
Again, I'm very, first kiss is bleh. I never feel a thing of first kiss.
Also, it was just a lips pressed together kiss. Who fucking cares about that?
Yeah, it's nothing.
You're not going to be like, oh my God, sparks.
No. I need at least 24 hours after a kiss to do a kiss again and go, okay.
Yeah. I feel like there's no, if it's not a makeout, I'm not like, oh my God, oh, wow, wow, wow.
Exactly.
Like, we're not in 8th grade. What are we doing?
It's very silly.
Okay. So
And
she's
then-
getting a call and she realizes that he made the ring Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, that's who whatever.
She's like, where is
go.
he? He's covering his last wedding. She
Yeah.
goes there. It's the same cab driver as before. The wedding's on a boat. It's leaving. She runs.
She runs to
jumps
jump over the
on
boat. As the little thing to go on the boat. It's so silly. And then the bride recognizes her as being like
The
the lady from the
27
story.
dresses girl.
And
She's
she's
like, take this.
Go get the microphone.
Yeah, she's like, why are you here? And she's like, well, it's crazy, but I'm trying to find this guy. And she's like, get the mic.
get her. Go get the
mic.
And so she like talks on the microphone
And she starts to be like, you were right about me. And the bride's like, let's get a follow spot.
yeah,
Like,
so there's
find
a spotlight
him.
following him, which is very funny. And she says, like, fighting with you is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
And I'm falling in love with you.
And
I don't love fighting with you is the best thing that ever happened to me.
yikes, big yikes to me. And then, she
She
kind of
says, you aren't what I pictured. You're an asshole.
And I just hate that. I think it's still like a little bit, but it was so much more of a trope before that, like, this asshole, like, oh, they're such an asshole, but I love them.
Yeah, and I feel like we don't see the opposite where he's like, oh, you softened me up a bit. And like, maybe she does.
Maybe.
But also, I think that she could find like a very kind man like George, honestly.
Easily.
George is not the right person for her. He's taken advantage of her for far too long, and like there's too much history there. But she could find like a very sweet, good, kind man who would probably be a great fit for her.
Yeah, I don't know why she thinks it's like,
I don't know why it needs to be
asshole. But.
Like, Kevin just feels like a guy that you date for like a year or two who kind of like fucks up your life a little bit. And you like have a fun time, you have fun banter, but it feels like a young relationship. Like it's not forever.
Yes, absolutely not forever.
I don't know.
And
but,
so,
they're at their wedding. It's 1 year later.
Yeah.
Or will they kiss on the boat?
They kiss on the boat. Everyone applauds. And I'm like, oh, God, it seems such a nightmare to like kiss someone and have everyone applaud near you. I want everyone to go boo,
Boo. Yuck.
yuck, stop it,
Gross cooties.
yucky. And so yes, 1 year later, wedding on the beach.
George is there for who fucking knows why, but he's invited.
And Tess is there, and they like reintroduce themselves to each other.
And she's like, "Hi, I'm Tess. I love hamburgers, and
I'm broke.
yeah, I'm not. I don't really like hiking. I don't like any of the shit you like."
And the implication is that I think they do well or whatever.
That, I mean, at least they might try to talk again in a way that they know each other. I don't know. The whole Pedro shit would be pretty unforgivable for me.
Very yikesy.
All the lying, I would be like, that was fucked up. It's a year later. Like, maybe you've learned, but it would be weird. But like the Pedro stuff, I'm like, but you're a racist.
Yeah. Have you figured that out in here? I don't think you have.
I don't think you have. You got a lot of unlearning to do.
Yeah. I think there's, I don't know if it's a voiceover speech, but basically like it's Jane's 28th dress is her.
It's her wedding. And we see her walk down the aisle. We get to see him looking at her. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think the react was that good. I wanted tears.
Yeah. If I don't see tears from the man when the bride walks down the aisle, jail.
Out of there.
Jail.
Out of there.
What?
What are you doing not crying?
It's so rude. For
Crazy.
the hours she spent in there, the hours of hair,
You
the
should be
hours of
so
makeup,
happy.
the commitment she's making to ruin her life, you
Tears.
better cry.
What on earth?
If I, God forbid, got married and God forbid to a man and he like was not crying, I'd be like, can we run this again?
Yeah.
Can we run it again or I'm leaving?
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Practice your crying.
Practice your
But
crying.
I just like, I can't imagine it not being, like, I feel like weddings are so sweet.
Yes.
Like, I cry at weddings.
I cry at weddings.
I'm like, how do you not cry?
You're not going to cry. This is your wedding.
Yeah.
Better cry.
I want tears.
Me too.
I want tears and I want good vows.
I want vows so bad. I get so mad when I don't get vows.
Give me not vows.
Yeah.
A ceremony with no vows. Why am I there? I'll show up to the party.
And like, I understand it feeling intimate, but even then I'm like, okay, do your vows that you do for private and then do your vows that you do for public. Mm-hmm. Give us something.
We want to know that you love each other.
Yeah. Otherwise, why are we here?
Why are we here?
Why are we getting you a laundry basket?
Yeah, why have I purchased this fucking laundry basket for you if you don't even love each other?
Exactly. And then we kind of like zoom out and we see her crazy bridal party.
All of them are wearing
27 of these women in
their ugly dresses that they made her wear.
which like doesn't really make sense. There's no way they
It's
have these
a fun
dresses that
bit
fit
or
them.
whatever.
I couldn't tell if it was like this is really what's happening or if it's supposed to be like a fake world metaphor thing that they're
I
behind.
think it's really happening in the reality
Crazy.
of this movie, but
And she just like, now you wear it.
and she's like, how does it feel?
How does it feel?
You can shorten,
shorten
it and wear it again.
Yeah, her friend is in like a pretty bridesmaid dress, and her
Yeah.
friend's like, I can always shorten it. Like, I think she says it.
She makes the joke.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're never gonna do
You're
that.
never gonna do it.
When I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
my mom took her old bridesmaids dresses and she just like cut them for us to wear
Oh, that's
and like
fun.
play dress up in, not
Yes,
like
not for a
out
real
and
world
about.
thing. Yes, exactly.
But yeah, I had a lot of my mom's bridesmaids dresses.
And it's the same reason you kept this dress for a bit. It's for a bit. The kids
It's
can do
for-
a
it's
bit. We
for
can all do a
fun.
bit. It's not for real. I'm
No.
not going to stomp around that in real world. Yeah.
All right.
So,
What are we deciding?
I mean,
I could even see it just being 1 year.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of marriages end in a year. I just don't believe that he's changed. And he didn't cry.
he didn't cry, which
And
makes
I
us
can
curious.
understand, like, some people aren't criers.
No.
I don't love it.
I don't really understand
But I
it.
don't accept it from him.
No.
I want it.
Not this guy who is underneath it all actually supposed to be a romantic. Mm-hmm. Like, that's kind of the implication. Like,
Yes,
he's actually a secret
he
romantic.
said, I cried like a baby at the Keller wedding.
You didn't cry?
Oh, but not your own wedding,
My God.
Kevin.
Honestly, death sentence. I don't
Oh
believe
my
in
God.
it, but
1
yeah.
year. Fuck you, Kevin.
1 year. Fuck you, Kevin. We hate you. All right.
Yeah, I think let's do that.
Okay, we're in.
We're
1
in
year.
for 1 year
1
because
year.
Kevin didn't cry.
And I hate him. for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Who do you think ends it though?
Oh,
I still think he ends it, unfortunately.
yeah.
I don't love it, but
Also, we never got into Katherine Heigl
Oh.
People hating her.
Oh, yeah. People hated Katherine Heigl for a period of time because she talked about unhealthy working conditions on set and called the movie Knocked Up a bit sexist. And then everybody kind of blacklisted her from Hollywood and was like, she's difficult to work with.
My God.
She is a bitch. But she was working
so
like
unfair.
17-hour days.
It's so messed up.
And she
it's
was
so
like, that's kind of
2005.
fucked up. And then apparently also another thing I read was maybe it was for Grey's Anatomy, but she didn't, when you get nominated for like an award, you have to submit yourself. Like your people have to submit you. You don't just get like nominated out of the blue.
Yeah.
And she did not submit herself for consideration for an Emmy, I think. And people then asked her why, and she was like, oh, I just like didn't think it was very good. So I like didn't want to submit. And everyone was like, what a bitch. But it's just like, I don't know. Maybe she just was like, I didn't think I did that good of a job. So like, why would I submit myself?
Yeah, exactly. It seems so unfair.
Yeah.
It's just so unfair.
People wouldn't do it if she was a man.
No, if a man said any of those things, they wouldn't bat an eye, or they'd be like, oh, maybe those are bad working conditions.
Maybe 17-hour days is crazy.
What a good man for pointing out it's
the
sexist.
sexism.
So unfair.
Which they got mad about at the time, and then now backtracking, they're like, yeah, I guess maybe there was some sexist stuff in that movie.
Yep.
We loved sexism in 2008.
It was our favorite thing. Yeah. Just want to get that there.
Yeah. So, Katherine Heigl, we see you, girl.
We see you, girl.
And yeah, 1 year, Hill unfortunately ended. I think that he's not an anti-divorce guy, like clearly, and I think he'll like this isn't working. Or when they start talking about kids or thinking
serious,
about kids, I think
like,
that
oh, this doesn't work.
It's really going to show that they shouldn't get married.
Exactly. Yeah.
This has been When Harry Dumps Sally. We're here every Tuesday, and we have a Patreon.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Bye.
Bye.